for the weekend. Sabrina?
Well, Jim, actually, that lightning strike came in at about 2 o'clock. At least that's what sparked the fire that was reported. Lasted about 40 minutes. However, got 6 acres of land there. Not going to sort of impact any structures. That's the good thing. You can see the little flame right behind that number 6. That's where Campo is with some of those storms that moved throughout the area. Rainfall there totaled about 0.05 of an inch. What do you know? That's the exact same number Santee Escondido saw. Mountain Laguna actually saw a little bit less. This number's wrong, about 0.02 of an inch. We're only going to see a 10% shot of precipitation tomorrow, and that is going to be confined to the mountain communities into the morning, maybe early afternoon hours. 76 degrees for you by noon, and then the sunshine will come out into the afternoon. Still going to call for a cloudy start along the coast in 65, a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, 68 by 12 and 70 degrees by 5 p.m. We have more details on what to expect for the weekend coming up on the flip side. Just a bit. The overcast skies, 65 degrees currently. You can notice our winds also fairly calm. Whenever we get those calm light conditions, we actually see some of that fog form. Not quite yet, but it is in the forecast, and tomorrow we're looking at it really going to stick around at least until we get to about the noon hour, and then we have even cooler air coming our way. So if you like fall, get ready to really feel like it. The reason being this area of low pressure, you can see that counterclockwise spin. It's just off the coast with it. Also pulling up with a little bit of moisture. Most of that rain not hitting the ground. It's what we call virga. Nonetheless, we did pick up a few hundredths of an inch across Southern California throughout the day today. Tomorrow's rain chance only about 10% with the extensive cloud coverage for you. Your fog forecast, check this out. By 6 a.m., it's a good thing you're still sleeping. Look at the blanket, right? Overcast conditions spreading all the way out over toward Julian, back out over toward San Diego, and even up through Oceanside. Here's the good news. If you live south of I-8, by around 9 o'clock, you'll begin to clear. I don't think completely clear and end up with beautiful golden sunshine, and that's all. We will call for about a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. I think by noon, that's what most of us will begin to see. However, I did just check the latest model, and it's actually keeping overcast skies until about 4 o'clock. And then we'll just get a break of sunshine for maybe a few hours. So keep that in mind if you did have plans to head out, maybe doing any sunbathing. Tomorrow is probably not the best day for that. Your temperature forecast as a result of the cloud coverage going to stay slightly cooler than normal. Typically 75, and today we were only 73. We'll watch that number continue to fall throughout the weekend. By around 9 a.m., waking up out over toward Julian at around 64 degrees, La Mesa 67, San Diego also sitting at about 64. If you're getting ready to head out to Adams Avenue Street Fair, temperature-wise, Saturday will be better to go to it as opposed to Sunday because it's going to be a little bit warmer despite the cloud coverage. Going for about 81 into Ramona. You can see the coastline Carlsbad up to about 69. La Mesa at around 76 degrees. And then that evening when you go on out, we'll get some slightly drier air, completely wipe out any chance of rain for the mountains. So it's only going to be a 10% shot of it into the afternoon. By around 8 o'clock, going for 66 out over toward Julian, Ramona around 62. That's the same number. Also for Escondido as that blanket of clouds begins to move in. That low pressure that was hanging off the coast is then going to move inland. What does that do? Keeps the clouds coming our way. It's also going to drop our temperature so that by noon, check out San Diego. No longer in the upper 60s into the afternoon. You're going for the lower 60s at about 63. La Mesa at around 70 and Chula Vista at about 67. So here's the deal. Overcast conditions throughout the morning. We should see some breaks of sunshine by noon. The rain chance for the mountains at 10%, and we get even cooler on Sunday. So Saturday is going to be a little bit warmer, 71.